Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. So today we're gonna just got done working, got to throw something quick together here. So I'm gonna make a pot of loaded baked potato soup. So over the weekend I had cooked some chicken on the smoker and potatoes and stuff like that. So I have leftover potatoes, and I think it's going to be a really good flavor with that smoked potatoes with the spray that I had on a couple videos ago, and mix that in with the potatoes, the loaded potato soup, and we'll just see how it turns out. Okay, we're gonna get going. Alrighty, in today's recipe you can see we got bacon, the potatoes are in the bag there from the cookout, chicken broth, some chives over there, half and half flour to make the roux, and obviously cheddar cheese, and a couple of the normal garlic and onion. All right, let's get this started here. Alrighty, so I cut the bacon into half-inch strips, and we're gonna put that on the fire, and we're gonna brown that up. And while that's browning up, I'm gonna take the potatoes, and we're gonna cut them in half and scoop all the potato insides out. Also, I'm going to get the shredder out and shred the cheese. And today I'm using Colby and New York cheddar. And so once this gets cooked down and these little bacons crisp up, we're going to remove that. Then I'll add the onion, the garlic, the butter to make the roux for the sauce. So basically for a potato, we're just going to cut the potatoes in half, and we're going to scoop out all this potato center here. It's going to be a little tough because the skins are so soft on this potatoes here that I cooked, and these just come out of the refrigerator, so they're a little cold, so they're hanging tough here. But we're going to get all those skins off of there, get all that skin out of there, and just have the potato inside left over. Alrighty, now that I cooked the bacon down and got it crispy there, I did shred one block of cheese and realized that this recipe only calls for 2 cups. So I have plenty of cheese with just this cheddar. Also took the potatoes, got them out of the peels, chopped it down some. So now we got the bacon grease left in here. We're going to turn this on medium heat right here. I'm going to add this stick of butter, 1 stick of butter, and then we are going to add our onion and garlic. And this calls for 1 small onion, white, or I'm going to put in 2 big heaping tablespoons of this onion right here. Mixing with that bacon grease right there. And my spoon. And these are ready-made onions. I don't have to cook them long or anything like you do a normal onion to glaze them and all that. I'm going to put in here a tablespoon and a half of garlic. Okay. Now we're going to let that cook down here just for a few minutes. Until all the butter melts and all this vegetables start to saute just a little bit. You just want to get that aroma coming off from the garlic, then you know you're just about ready to, you don't want to overcook the garlic, it'll turn rubbery. And then we're going to take some flour and we're going to make this into a roux. Now I use the bacon grease and the butter mixed together here. We're going to scrape the bottom a little bit to get all those little nooks and crannies off the bottom. We need that flavor. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this flour here, and let me get my cup out here. And where's my half a cup here? I'm gonna start. It calls for 1/3 of a cup, but I'm gonna get a half just in case, because again I'm gonna make this into a thick roux here. So when I pour the broth in there, and it will have a nice gravy started. You don't want this to be super thin because this soup is a thicker soup. Okay. It's going to just for a little bit longer. Okay, now we're going to start adding in the flour here. Again, this only calls for 1/3 of a cup, so I'm going to just do that for now. That grease was pretty fatty, so I might get a little extra grease. I might have to put the 1/2 cup. Let's see what she's going to turn into here. Let me get my whisk out. Oh yeah, she's starting to thicken up. I might not need that. Yeah, I'll just use a little bit more. Yeah, I'll use the full 1/2. Give her a whisk around. Now, this is what it looks like inside there. You can see that's like a thick cream now. That's what we were looking for. I'll set you back up here. And we're going to add in 1 container of chicken broth here. Container of chicken broth. Now, this is where it gets a little, different for people. So, the original recipe calls for 1 cup of milk, 2 cups of heavy cream. I'm using 1/2 and 1/2. I'm not using heavy cream and milk. I'm just going to put 3 cups of 1/2 and 1/2 in. So, you can do it any combination you like. But I'm just going to put 3 cups of 1/2 and 1/2. Nice and creamy. Okay. 1/2 and 1/2 is in. Put that in the refrigerator. Give us a whisk around. Turn it down on medium heat. So already trying to turn this into a gravy already. Okay. Give it a nice stir. Now we're going to start to add our cheese in. Add the cheese because we want that to melt in there with that cream. We're going to let that get melted down, and then we're going to add our potato and the bacon. And once that gets mixed together, then we'll let it simmer for a little bit. Add some chives on top. And most people now, and that's how I do it, I will serve with a bowl. Put it in a bowl, sprinkle some more bacon over the top, put a little spot of sour cream in there, and you're good to go. All right, we're gonna let this melt down until we add our next ingredients. Alrighty, now that this is melted down and turned into like a cheesy soup, we're gonna take our potatoes that are mashed up here, or pour in here. Take the bacon from earlier, pour that in there. Give it a nice stir around. Now this time we're going to throw in some salt and pepper. About a teaspoon of each. There's the salt. And remember, gang, this grinder doesn't work the best, so it might sound like there's a lot going in, but it's only wishful thinking. I could get the already chopped pepper out of the cabinet, but what good would that do? I'd have this sitting around forever then if I don't get it used up. Okay, took all that just to get maybe a teaspoon out. Okay, now when this starts to cook down, I'm going to take and throw a couple of these freeze-dried chives in there, just to give it a little color. And I may just throw a little pinch of smoked paprika in there, just a little bit. All right, it's all up to you. The chives and the smoked paprika are, excuse me, optional. So we're going to let this simmer for a little bit and thicken up a little bit more. And we'll try it and see how she turned out. Okay guys, here's the recipe. Hope you enjoy this one. This one turned out really good. Thank you again for watching my channel.